we have we have finished the novel. Lawrence's The Sons and Lovers, and we have also watched the movie based on this novel, Sons and Lovers. Today we will be discussing the important theme of this novel. Okay, the first thing is first there are seven themes, especially novel will be based on the survival themes of a society. It may be on a human societies, and the psychological of characters, and also the spirit of that period can be observed through the novels. The novel Sons and Lovers was based on a characters in the 20th century, and that most of the characters we know, that is Walter Morrill, Gertrude Morrill, Paul, Williams, Clara, Miriam, all are the product of a time when there is a materialistic tendency in the society. So we can we can't judge a novel's character individually. So we have to put every character of a novel in a specific time, and through the time we have to judge the character. Frankly speaking, we have to judge Walter Morrill character. He is a coal miner, and we have to judge him through the time, because if we Walter Morrill out of his coal miner characters, that would be a different characters. And same thing will be happening for the characters of William, Paul, and Gertrude Morrill. So this novel can be read, explained, and it can be analyzed based on several themes. The most important themes, that is, it's a psychological novel, it's an autobiographical novel, and it's a modern novel as well. So the modern tendencies, the characteristics of a stream of consciousness, internal monologue, and some other techniques will also be observed. We will also observe in this novel. So few themes are there in D.S. Lawrence's Sons and Lovers. The important theme, that is, many writers of modern novels, they try to get Sophocles' Oedipus Complex in their writings, and T.S. Lawrence is one of them. And for this reason, one of the most important themes in this novel, Sons and Lovers, that is the Oedipus Complex. And the second one is bondage, and third one is contradiction and opposition, and the fourth one is nature and flowers. First thing first, we will be trying to have a look on the first theme, that is the Oedipus Complex. So this, as we know, that is this theme, that is Oedipus Rex, that is derived from the Greek tragedy, Sophocles' Greek tragedy, or the Oedipus Rex, or you can also call it King Oedipus. And we know the story, that is the king Oedipus is supposed to kill his father and marry his mother. And after getting this oracle, King Oedipus tried to get out of the country, and, next time what was supposed to happen, and that happened. That is, Oedipus killed his father and married his mother. So this perspectives, that is called the Oedipus complex. And many critics, that is, they found that there is a similar notions, that is, the relationship between Oedipus and his mother Jocasta is quite similar to the relationship between Gertrude Morrell and Paul, and a little bit with William. So, Sons and Lovers, this novel explores that theme, that is, Paul's relationship with his mother can be explained by many critics that it is quite similar to Paul's, quite similar to Oedipus's relation to towards his mother Jocasta. However, uh, we see some, we can observe some analogy over here. That means Paul tries to get rid of his guilty feelings by transferring the feeling to Mariam and Farah. And this is also another aspects of Oedipus complex, especially Sophocles' drama is based on the psychoanalytical theory, that is, uh, and that psychological theory will also we will observe in the relation between Paul and uh, Paul and his mother, Gertrude Morrell. So whenever this relation will not be uh, fulfilled because of some reasons, then Paul tries to attract or tries to try to have his attraction to others girls, that is Miriam and Clara, and that is also a term in Freudian term, and especially these things were explained by Sigmund Freud's book, that is Interpretation of Dream. And in this dream, in this book, Freud described that son and daughter will have a romantic attachment with their opposite sex parents. That means son will have um, attraction or mental attachment towards his mother, and vice versa. Daughter will have the same kinds of attraction, psychological attachment with her father. That was explained by uh, Freud in his book Interpretation of Dream. So Sophocles put that logic in his drama Oedipus Complex, and the modern novelist, our modern novelist, D.S. Lawrence, also tried to capture that theme in his novel Sons and Lovers. So many critics said many things. That is, many of the critics, they say that is at the time of Sophocles, many critics thought that Oedipus's involvement or Oedipus's murdering of his father and marrying his mother is a matter of fate or a oracle. Okay. Oedipus always tried to have uh, escaped from his fate that was destined, that Oedipus will be killing his father and will be marrying his mother. But Oedipus didn't get out of his fate or oracle. So Oedipus is not in a way was ready to have relationship with his father. But in case of Paul, we see that Paul is intentionally grows close to his mother, and Paul followed his mother just like a shadow to his mother. But Oedipus didn't. Oedipus tried to get rid of his miracle in this way. So, in the same way, again, when Jocasta, that means Oedipus's mother, knew the incidents, that means Jocasta had a prick of conscience. Jocasta has a guilty feelings, and we don't see such kind of guilty feelings in case of Gertrude Morel. Gertrude Morel intentionally had a very close relation with Paul, and we didn't see any guilty feelings uh, in Gertrude Morel attitude in this novel. Again, uh, another thing is that is in in Freudian Oedipus complex. That means son will be envious to his father, and daughter will also be envious to his mother. That is Oedipus complex and Electra complex. So we see that is in case of Oedipus, Oedipus was not envious to his father because Oedipus didn't know um, the incidents. Actually, he is going to kill an old man. But Paul, in some way, was envious to uh, Paul envious to his father, uh, Walter Morel, and uh, Paul's inviousness caused for the tendency of Walter Morel's attitude because Walter Morel was a coal miner. Uh, he was a full drunk person, and he had some characteristics that for these characteristics that Walter Morel tried to rebuke and in some times physically assault Paul's mother, that is Gertrude Morel. In that case, this may be the reason that Paul was envious to uh, Walter Morel. It is not like Freudian enviousness, that is, Paul is envious to his father. Paul was envious and was angry towards his father for different reason, not for the reason that Freud explained in his interpretation of dream, that is the activities of that means son will be envious of his father for the cause of this relation. So that is a different thing. So here we see we can analyze this novel in Oedipus Rex, that is the psychological involvement and the Freudian theme of son's attachment with his mother, and that can be explained. Though we have several views from several critics, they are not totally agree. That means if Walter Morel wouldn't be a coal miner, a drunken coal miner, the scenario would be different. And if it is so, then Paul would not be in fire. So in that case, Oedipus complex might not be applied in Sons and Lovers. But D.S. Lawrence, being a novelist of the modern times, he tried to capture that incidents in his novel Sons and Lovers. Another thing that is in this novel, we see that is the bondage. That means uh, that social and romantic bondage we have seen in this novel. And Mrs. Morel feels that she is bound by being a woman, and this causes her to feel jealous of Miriam and who is able to use her intellect. Actually, uh, there is a proverb that means if you if you if you if anybody loves a person very much, then uh, he or she wants to possess him physically and mentally in every way. And for this reason, he or she shouldn't try, shouldn't, should, will not, he or she will not be ready to sacrifice the bondage, that means the romantic bondage or the social bondage or familial bondage in any other ways. And for this reason, we see that means Paul's mother was not ready to have Paul's relation with Mariam and even with Clara. And this bondage will make the excessive, excessive uses of the romantic feelings and also the psychological feelings. And Paul feels bound to his mother and unable to love or marry someone else. So it is from Dr. Moral's side, and also it is from Paul's side. So Paul's mother couldn't do anything except Paul, and Paul couldn't do except couldn't do anything except his mother. So Paul tried to divert his attention towards Miriam and Clara, but he couldn't, and that is happened for the cause of romantic and mental bondage between Paul and Dr. Morin, his mother. And this happens, and in this regard, you can also claim that is uh, many things will be here. That means if Paul's mother's relationship with his father was a good one, that cannot be the situation that Paul will involved in physically or mentally or psychologically with his mother. So Gertrude Morel didn't have love and affectionate relationship with with her husband, and for this reason, Paul and Gertrude Morel, they got attached psychologically. So in this aspect, you can also say that it's a psychological novel as well. Okay. And also some other theme, another theme of this novel, that is the contradiction and the opposition. So we see that the main contradiction theme in the novel is there, the love and hate. As Paul goes back and forth between these two with all of the women in his life. So love and hate. So if anybody loves anyone much, and if that love relation cannot be consummated, then that love relation turn to hatred. So contradiction and opposition. So so extreme the love relation will be, and next time so extreme the hatred will be there. So if in our practical life, okay, that means if you have a tremendous feeling with someone else, then next time that tremendous love relation can be the relation of hatred. So as we see, that means in the initial stage, Paul and Miriam, they have a very romantic relationship. But when that romantic relationship couldn't be consummated, then that romantic relation turned to a hatred or hatred, full of hatred relationship between Paul and Miriam. So that is another theme of this novel, that is contradiction and opposition. And again, one actually the nature and flowers, the symbols, that is Lawrence uses description too of the natural environment to explore the emotion and desires of the characters. Okay, you may watch that in reality many things, many songs, many poems are composed based on nature, especially natural scenery, that means in a moonlit light, in a sea shore or in a sea beach. So that the nature will will inspire the romantic feelings of the counterpart, either it may be male or female. So it is often, that means nature or the flowers will be symbolic to express, to inspire the emotions of the constant character. As we have seen, that means when Paul and Miriam had been talking with each other, that means they were talking in the farm area, and that farm area was occupied, was surrounded by a lake. So the watery area and the beautiful areas covered with several kinds of flowers. So that scene inspires Paul and Miriam to involve with each other, with the romantic feelings or romantic relations. So D.S. Lawrence wanted to tell, that means nature and flowers sometimes will inspire the constant character to express their love relation or physical relation or romantic relation. That has also been used in this novel in Sons and Lovers. Okay, so these are the things, and apart from this, you may also come in question. That is, Walter Morel was a member of bourgeois bourgeois class. That means working class people. And where does Walter Morel work? Walter Morel worked for a coal mine, and that coal mine indicates that in the city where Walter Morel was born and brought up, in that city, we have seen so many coal mines. So these coal mines are famous for this materialistic tendency. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.